All right. So, welcome to Resolution Solutions. And first of all, I want to introduce myself. I'm Lynette Couts. I'm an advanced director with Pampered Chef. And you may have been invited by one of our fantastic team members who are part of what we call the Couts crew, which is one big happy family that has a whole lot of fun working our Pampered Chef businesses together. And so we are so glad that you're here tonight, glad that you're jumping in and joining us. I know schedules are busy and life is busy. And so we are honored that you would take time out of your busy schedule to be with us in person tonight. If you're watching this on replay, be sure you drop a hashtag replay, because I know several of our consultants will probably be sharing this in their VIP groups and things like that. And we will still be able to answer your questions and all of those fun things. But we are going to get started with a fantastic recipe. So maybe you had a goal of eating healthier this year, or maybe you had a goal of saving some money on the food budget this year. I mean, there are so many things that continue to have price increases, and maybe you're just trying to kind of streamline things a little bit. Maybe you're just trying to cook more for all of those reasons, and maybe some other ones. We're going to show you a delicious meal that you can do tonight, but we're also going to give you just a couple of other tips. Like, if you do this, you'll be on the ready for preparing other things as you go throughout the week. So let me adjust my view here just a minute. And well, I didn't mean to do that. So let's go here and let's go here. Okay. All right. Everybody can see me and see my kitchen. Somebody give me a thumbs up just so we know. Perfect. Perfect. Technology is beautiful when it works. So we're going to do a dish called Mexican Quinoa Bowl. And if you're not familiar with quinoa, it is a very nutrient dense, got a lot of antioxidants. I mean, it's great for your metabolism, and it's kind of, and lots of other fantastic health benefits. It's very inexpensive, and it's kind of a blank palate, if you will. So it doesn't have a whole lot of taste in and of itself, but it's going to take on the flavors that you put with it. This particular recipe actually was designed to be prepared in the deep covered baker, which is actually a stoneware piece. It's kind of like baking in a clay oven. And I love baking in my deep covered baker. Love to do artisan bread in my deep covered baker. Love to do a quick whole chicken, your roast. Everything comes out so tender and delicious. And stoneware is also the host special next month. So you could actually snag that deep covered baker at 60% off, along with a second piece of stoneware when you host in February. Just kind of drop that little hint in. But tonight, I am actually going to use one of my other favorite pieces, and that's the rock crock. So rock crocks go, buckle up, on top of the stove, in the oven, under the broiler, in the microwave, outside on the grill, and best of all, they go into the dishwasher. Can I get an amen? That's our favorite part, because for so many people, it's like, if it didn't go in the dishwasher, it's not coming in my front door. So basically, rock crocks go everywhere, every major heat source. And just recently, we released a brand new rock crock slow cooker stand. Now, if you're familiar with our old one, it was actually the very first device that we came out with that had a cord, that was an electric appliance of some sort. So we just recently updated. It's beautiful. It's got a place to store the cord. It doesn't get near as hot, so it's more cool to the touch, which is a safety feature. And it works much like the design of our deluxe cooking blender and the design of our multi-cooker. And what I love is not only does it have that warm, low, and high setting, but it is programmable so that I can tell it I want it to be on one of those settings for a certain length of time. And the best part, in my opinion, is Once it finishes the time in low or high, it automatically, just like our multi-cooker, rolls into that warming mode. So it keeps everything on the ready without scorching, without going south, without turning mushy. So you basically drop your, this is our Rock Crock 4-quart Dutch oven. We have a Rock Crock 2.5-quart everyday pan. You're going to drop that baby into the slow cooker stand. And now all of a sudden, not only does it go everywhere, but it's a slow cooker too. Yes. So what I have in here is a cup of quinoa and a cup of vegetable broth. Now you could use chicken broth, absolutely. Obviously, if you use vegetable broth, then you're going to have a completely vegetarian dish, okay? And actually, unless you choose to top it with the optional sour cream at the end, you would also have a completely vegan dish. So I'm going to drop this in my microwave for 10 minutes. And you're going to see just how fast this meal comes together, okay? Super quick to put it together. But before we do that, let's go ahead and give something away. Anybody ready for a giveaway? Okay, so some of the people that have joined us tonight are actually part of that Couch Crew Big Happy family. Some of you are guests, and we are honored to have you here. So for those of you that are guests, for our very first giveaway, first of all, do you know where the chat feature is in Zoom? Locate your chat if you haven't already, because I'm going to ask you a question, and the first person to answer in the chat. Linda, would you do me a huge favor and monitor the chat for us tonight? Could you do that? Awesome, because I'm kind of not, yeah, my hands are like all over the place. So here's the question. And the very first person that answers this is going to get our very first giveaway. This is not going to be hard, guys. The question is this: where does the Rock Crock go? First person to answer it wins our very first giveaway. Where can you use the Rock Crock? Where does the Rock Crock go? And I'm not asking for just one of the places, but where does it go?
Okay, Lynette answered microwave first, but then Shannon answered oven, stove top, dishwasher, cooker, microwave, everywhere.
Okay, so what I'm looking for is basically you could have said everywhere, right? Every major heat source. So whoever said that next, who was that winner, Linda?
Shannon. Yep.
Yeah. All right, Shannon. I will be, are you a guest of Linda's by chance, or Beth's, or which consultant invited you tonight?
Miss Beth.
Miss Beth, yay! Yay. So Beth will be sure and get me your address, and I have the current season's best cookbook with lots of other budget-friendly meals, 15 to be exact, that I'm going to be sending you in the mail. Yay! All right, so Beth, you help me remember that was Shannon, and we're going to roll right on because our microwave is clicking along, and that quinoa is going to be ready, or at least halfway ready, real soon. So in order to prep the things that are going to go in the quinoa, we've got two vegetables. We've got bell peppers, we've got zucchini, we've got some garlic, and then we're going to open 3 cans. Okay, I told you this comes together so fast, so easy. So we get a can of diced tomatoes, a can of corn, or you could do, if it was summertime, you could actually do fresh corn, take it with our kernel kind of right off the corn, right off the cob. Okay, and a can of black beans, which I've already got drained and rinsed in our little stainless mesh colander on the ready. So I'm going to go ahead and get our cans ready. And if you don't have our smooth edge can opener, trust me, you need this in your life. We're going to start with this can, and basically you're going to work that. Let me lower just a little bit so that you can see what happens. So you're going to go on like so, not on the side, but on top. You're going to work your way around. Does anybody have the smooth edge can opener? If you do, tell us or drop us in the chat or give us a thumbs up. Okay, you're just going to go clockwise. You're going to kind of get right back to where you started from. You're locked on. Okay, counterclockwise will release, The button on the side works the bird's beak right there, and we will grip that lid and pull it completely off. You see that? Now here's the beauty. There's no sharp edge because we didn't cut anything. We broke the seal. But a lot of people don't realize this cool little feature. You see this hook right here? That is actually designed for if you have a pop tab. So you're going to grab the tab like so and pull it up. Then you're going to turn it this way and peel it back. So if you just got your nails done and you don't want to mess them up, you don't have to. It does everything. Let me pop that back up there just a little bit. Nope, that's too far. I am the cameraman too. You know, this is a low budget operation here. So we've got some fire roasted diced tomatoes. We've got a can of corn that we're going to drain here when we use our colander. Let's talk about prepping vegetables. Okay, bell peppers are so good for you. Bell peppers are really good to freeze too. So if you find bell peppers on sale, they will freeze very easily, and you can then have them on the ready to throw in other recipes. Bell peppers are also great to prep like at the beginning of the week so that you have them to maybe grab and snack on with some hummus or some dip, or you've got them ready to throw in a stir fry, throw in a quinoa bowl like this. So when you prep your bell peppers, you're going to just take that top off ever so slightly. And do you see what happened? A lot of people take that top off, throw it away. We don't want to waste anything. You've got really good usable bell pepper right there. Just pop that stem right out. This one literally fell out on its own. And I grabbed my little scoop loop. This is like, oh my gosh, little teeth, flexible. It's going to take your seeds out of your bell pepper. It's going to take your seeds out of your cantaloupe. It's a flip-flop cookie cutter in the summer. It's a ghost in October. You're going to take the insides of your pumpkin out in October. Perfect for spaghetti squash. And at Christmas time and in January, it's a snowman. You'll use it all year long. It's the best $10 you'll ever spend. You're going to go in there like this and literally drag those seeds and that membrane right out. So stuffed bell peppers, anyone? Super easy. Okay, but I'm going to grab our quick slice. These are my two favorite prep tools that you're going to see tonight. Our quick slice looks like this. It's got a V shape. I don't know if you can see, but those kind of come to a point, okay? And so that doesn't crush your food when you go to slice through it, and it's a serrated blade. So that makes it usable on tomatoes or a little more delicate things like that. It's perfect for hard-boiled eggs. It's perfect for strawberries. I love using it on mushrooms. We can use it on the zucchini, bell peppers, of course. Is there anybody else that has this, that you have another use for it? I've even done it for sticks of butter. If I need like pats of butter to stuff in my French bread. Anybody else got a favorite use for the quick slice while I'm slicing our bell peppers?
I think you've mentioned about everything I've used it for so far.
I've even seen people use it for like pound cake. What was that?
Ooh, it's very handy. Very handy.
So handy, so handy. And I mean, look, now we've got these perfect strips, which that's going to be perfect to go in our dish. But if I wanted them diced, then I would simply take the bell peppers, I would turn them the opposite direction, make a second cut, and now I've got diced. So again, if I want to prep these, throw them in the freezer, or prep these at the beginning of the week, I can strip or I can dice, either one. Super easy to do. Another interesting tip that a lot of people don't know about bell peppers is all of the different colors are actually the same bell pepper. It's just the time they've spent on the vine that causes them to change colors. So a lot of people will tell me, you know, I like the red and the yellow and the orange variety, but the green doesn't always set well with me. There's a reason for that. And that is the green is the least ripe. That's why it's the least expensive, and they can move it directly to the shelves of the store very quickly. So that's why it doesn't cost as much, but they're the exact same bell pepper. Okay. So we're going to get this bell pepper all stripped up. Well, there are also male and female bell peppers, and I should have shown you that before I cut into that. But you can tell the male and female by looking at the bumps on the bottom. Okay, some of them have 3 bumps, some of them will have 4 bumps. If you look at the bottom of the bell pepper, girls have more bumps. We knew that, right? Come on. Okay. And why do we care which one's which, other than, you know, a great game of Trivial Pursuit? Because girls are sweeter, which we also knew, right? Okay, right, girls? So if I'm going to find a bell pepper that I want to, especially to eat raw and cut up with some hummus or just to snack on as a healthy snack, then I'm going to shop for the girls because they're going to be sweeter. Okay. Now, we could absolutely do this zucchini in your quick slice. In fact, you can do, and again, Linda, if you will monitor the chat for me, because I'm seeing things popped up, but if it's a question, I'm probably not seeing it because I'm further away from my camera. So keep me informed. If you wanted to like do like half moons of this, look at this. It's perfect. Basically, any vegetable other than something really coarse, like a carrot or a potato or an onion, those are too coarse for the quick slice. Anything else, bananas, zucchini, squash, all those things, okay? But I told you you're gonna see 10 minutes has already passed. You hear the microwave? My other favorite prep tool is the Rapid Prep mandolin. Now, I wanted you to see it all collapsed because this is how much storage space you're going to need. So it's not very much because it's going to look way bigger when you pop it out. Okay. We've got 2 knobs on the back. So no blades of different sizes and shapes that you have to like store and insert or all of those things. Everything is housed right here. And this is so engineering. I mean, the engineering is amazing on this thing because all you're going to do is change the knobs. So we've got solid, we've got julienne, and we've got French fry cut. Okay, this is the shape. This is the thickness, and it's anything from 0 all the way to 8. And I'm backwards here, so I may be going the wrong way. I'll just go ahead and own that right now. All right. So we're going to just slice these. I'm going to do kind of a middle of the road thickness for this. We will pop this open. Now, the thing that is brilliant about the way they designed this tool is this, okay? We have the blade that's stored inside the little trap door, okay? The food chute, as you saw, stores in there. So we're gonna pop that in there real quick, okay? This is spring loaded. So instead of moving the dull thing, which is the food, across the blade, like most mandolins work, right? We're going to move the blade, which is the sharp thing, across the food. And this will catch everything. Okay. Let me adjust because I want you to be able to see this in action. Okay. So I'm going to start feeding this until I get it going. I can let kids do this. Obviously, I'm going to supervise because I'm going to set them up and put the food holder in. But they can do this safely. Every piece is the exact same thickness, exact same size. And I personally like these little half moons. That's just a personal preference for this dish. But how fun is that? And here's my other tip when it comes to letting kids help in the kitchen. My experience has been when the kids get to help in the kitchen and they get to make the fun shapes with the food and they get to play with the fun tools, they are much more likely to at least try whatever it is that you're serving up because they got their hands in it. They had a part in it. And this is a great way for them to get to try something new. Okay, do we see what's happening here? Okay, now that flipped on its side, and so now I'm getting some pieces like that. Okay, we're going to pull that out of the microwave, and I'm going to come back to this because I want you to see actually my favorite way to use the the rapid prep mandolin. But let me grab.
I have a tip for the rapid prep mandolin I just learned last night.
Oh my gosh, tell us, Linda.
When I clean it, for the most part, I rinse it. So far, I've done vegetables that are easy to clean, and basically I rinse it with really hot water. And if I have a little brush, if I have to, I brush it. But normally everything comes out easy. Last night I did carrots and they kept getting stuck. And I realized if you set the back controls all the way to slice and all the way to 0, it just, any food that's left in there just washes out. And I've never put mine in the dishwasher because I never have to, because it rinses clean so easily. Now I haven't done anything with strong odors or, that I might want to, but make sure your controls are on 0 thickness and on slice, and it rinses right off.
I love that tip because you're basically opening it up to the widest setting. Love that.
I guess I always did it before just out of habit, and last night I didn't. And it's like, why isn't this coming clean? And then I realized what I did.
So you can see this quinoa is like brilliant. I mean, it's beautiful. It's perfectly tender, and it's ready now. It's that blank palette that's ready for all the vegetables and things. So I'm going to grab my flexible cutting mat. We'll just dump right in there. That's my favorite thing to prep on. We're going to dump the zucchini. We are also going to dump the fire roasted tomatoes. So we're going to get some flavor from that. We've got our black beans. Let me drain the corn. A little colander here. And we'll add it to the mix. And then we're going to season this. This recipe actually calls for us to season it with our Tex-Mex rub, which is delicious and got just a hint of cinnamon in the background. So if you like that kind of flavor profile for something of, the Mexican direction, then it's wonderful. I also have some suggestions if you want to do something still in that line. Southwestern is amazing. Chili lime is one of my favorites. And chipotle is also very, very good. This calls for 1 to 2 tablespoons. And your cap, when you go up to that little ring right there, is a tablespoon. So if you just go with that, you don't even have to dirty a measuring spoon, even though we have some fabulous ones. You don't even have to dirty something else. Now, if you're not cooking with fresh garlic, trust me, you need fresh garlic in your life. Again, packed with so much nutritional value, but none of us like to get our hands messy and we think it's tricky. This is a whole clove of garlic that I've separated from the head of garlic. Okay, right? The garlic comes in a head like this. You're going to pull apart that clove and you're going to put the whole clove into the garlic press. Peel it off. You don't have to peel it. You're going to press. The good stuff comes out. So you don't have to buy that jar with this plus the mystery whatever's in that liquid that we really don't know that probably shouldn't be eating. Okay, the peel is right there. Poof, into my garbage bowl. I don't smell like a werewolf or like I could ward off a werewolf, and yet I'm getting the benefits of fresh garlic easily. Okay, that's it. That's all that's going to go in here. I'm going to go back in the microwave for about 8 minutes. Look how colorful. Look how beautiful. You eat with your eyes first. So we've got red, we've got green, we've got orange, we've got yellow, we've got the black beans. I mean, what a beautiful dish with so many different flavors. Now, what you could do with this dish, if you wanted to take it up a notch, let me put this in the microwave. First of all, before we talk about that, what would you top this with? Any ideas?
I'd probably add some Parmesan or feta cheese, but probably Parmesan.
Cheese is always good.
Yeah, fresh Parmesan from the store is always great.
Fresh Parmesan would be delicious. Even like some cheddar or some mozzarella. Sour cream would be good. What else? Any other toppings?
Yeah, I was going sour cream avocado.
And
That's
salsa too.
exactly. Yes, yes. Now, if you're a cilantro lover, some cilantro would be good. You know, cilantro is one of those things, either you love it or you hate it, right? There's really no in between. But cilantro would be good. Definitely some fresh avocado would be amazing. And again, gives you some more health benefits. But this dish is simple all by itself, or you could add a protein to it if you wanted. I grilled some chicken for my family earlier this evening, and I've actually got it warm so that when they get to eat, when we're done here, it's in my insulated bowl so that you see that steam coming off there. So I've got grilled chicken that you could season. One of my other tips for prepping at the beginning of the week is this. Grab your grill pan and grill several chicken breasts, but season them differently. Okay, so maybe on a couple of them, I would put the Southwestern. On a couple others, I might put our Italian seasoning. On a couple others, I might put a Greek rub or our Jamaican jerk rub. What that's going to do is it's going to give you chicken that has different flavors. So then you can add it to a quinoa or a bowl of rice or in a wrap, whether it's a tortilla or a lettuce wrap. You could add it on top of a salad. You could use it as a starter for stir frying some other vegetables and adding to that, but you've got the protein ready to go and it's already prepped at the beginning of the week, but it's not all going to taste the same. So you feel like we're eating the same chicken all week long. So that's a great tip and a great way. You could add shrimp to this. Shrimp would be delicious with this bowl. Or of course, like I said, you can leave it completely vegetarian. Entirely up to you. My other favorite thing to do with the rapid prep mandolins, peel up the potato here just super fast, is to use that French fry cut. Because if you've never done French fries, hand cut fries, you may think, gosh, that would take forever. And if we fry French fries, then it's also not near as healthy. But what if we did French fries in our deluxe air fryer with very, very little oil, rather than dropping it into a big vat of frying oil? And all we have to do is turn our dial to the French fry cut and the French fry cut. Now, if you wanted like shoestring fries, then you would go to that julienne cut. But you got to see this, guys. This is like, oh my gosh. Let me put you down here to where you can see. Okay, buckle up. This is going to be fast. I'm being careful here with my fingers till I get that potato. Woo! Okay, look at that, y'all. Look at that. That's one potato. Every single fry is like the same thickness. Obviously, the length's going to vary depending upon your length of your potato, but look at that. Now, what you're going to do with those is you're going to season them up. You're going to take them to, and I'm going to take you, so I'll try not to like make you a little seasick here while we travel, but you're going to go to your deluxe air fryer. This is like my easy bake oven, my grown up easy bake oven. Okay. It is a door style air fryer rather than a drawer. So it holds a lot of food. Okay. As you can see, we can do all kinds of things on the two trays, or we can take the two trays and we're going to load up our French fries in this accessory that comes with. This is what I call the bingo basket, right? It looks like you could throw your bingo numbers in there. You're gonna throw those fries in there. You're gonna shut the trap door. You're gonna put it in left side first. And it sounds like it's tricky, but it's really not. Right side drops right down in there. It will rotate so that the fries cook evenly. It's the best fries, I'm promising you've ever had in your life. You will never miss that they weren't deep fried. You can do sweet potato fries with that and do the same thing. When you're ready to retrieve this, you have this wonderful tool. You're gonna just lift that up, pull it right out, and serve up some fries. Now, some other healthy things that you could prep either at the beginning of the week is you could use these trays, because this is also a dehydrator, and we could do like fruit leather, where you know the ingredients that are actually in there. We could also do jerky. So if your family hunts like mine does, because again, it's a dehydrator, so we could do jerky. The other thing that you can do is use, again, the accessory that comes with, and this has 2 prongs on either end, and this is a spit for a rotisserie. So maybe you want to do a rotisserie chicken at the beginning of the week, and then you would have chicken to eat on for a couple of meals. Okay, maybe turn it into a chicken tortilla soup, or make sandwiches with it, put it in a stir fry, put it in a casserole, add it to your quinoa bowl. I've also rotisserie pork loin. It's absolutely delicious. I've even seen people put a whole head of cauliflower and rotisserie that. Good stuff. Good stuff. We also have an accessory that comes with your air fryer that you're going to put kebabs on. Kebabs are a great way to have some vegetables and some protein on the ready. So many things that you can do with your deluxe air fryer that make things fast and make healthy eating easy. Who has the deluxe air fryer that you have a favorite way or a favorite thing to prepare that you love doing?
My husband loves making fries. Now he'll cut them with the rapid prep, but he also likes like the bigger steak fries, but he does them in our basket. And we no longer have a toaster or a toaster oven. We do all our toast in the air fryer. I love using the small stone bar pan. It's perfect for like reheating 2 pieces of pizza, and then you get a nice crust at the bottom or anything. Reheating in the air fryer is excellent. Anything, the small stone bar pan and the small modular pans fit perfectly in it. And the small rock crock grill pan also fits perfectly in it. So it's great for reheating or cooking in those items.
I'm glad that you mentioned the reheat setting, because that is probably one of my favorite things that saves money. Because let's face it, yeah, you can reheat a piece of pizza in the microwave, but there's nothing like reheating it and still getting that crispy crust. Okay. And we'll settle for that. We've done that for years, right? But there are things like maybe nachos or a piece of fried fish that, let's be honest, I mean, we don't want to waste, but it is not near as good. It just does not reheat well in the microwave. That reheat setting, I have fried fresh caught crappie that my husband went and caught, and then the next day reheated some of it in there. Oh my gosh. So it's such a great way to not only, be able to enjoy it the next day, but save money, because you're going to continue to eat it and not waste it, even though you didn't eat everything the very first night that it was served. Plus, it allows you to prep and then be able to eat after that.
I use mine to make dog treats also. I dehydrate for jerky, and I dehydrate slice of sweet potato with a mandolin and dehydrate it. And I store them in the fridge just because I don't dehydrate them until they're totally moisture free. but cheap, healthy dog treats.
I know Kathleen makes dog treats.
I do. I haven't used my air fryer for that yet, but yes, I do.
I know. I know. I mean, it's like once you start using it, the uses are just endless. And not only are these two of my favorite things, but I also want to make sure that you are aware that these two things, because we're all thinking about ways to cut costs, cut calories, and just eat healthier, are two things that we have on sale this month. So the rapid prep mandolin is normally 70. You can get it for 59. The deluxe air fryer is normally 289. You can get it for 230 this month. And when you host, or when you have a 10% past host discount, or however it is that you're shopping, if you have any sort of discount that you normally get, you can stack that on top of those sale prices. So if you were hosting, you could stack your half price item on top of those. So many options for both of those pieces. I think we need to do another giveaway. So Linda, get ready to watch the chat for us. And I'm going to ask you, tell me one thing that you would make in your deluxe air fryer. First person to answer.
Lynette, chicken nuggets.
Ooh, that's a good one. And you could, I mean, oh my gosh, like you could make homemade chicken nuggets for sure. Okay, absolutely. But I mean, like, I don't know how many times we do, because sometimes we do things that are already frozen. Okay, chicken nuggets, pizza rolls, all the frozen treats that are already, prepared. And my kids love pizza rolls. It takes 14 minutes for my oven to preheat to that temperature, and then another 14 minutes to prepare the pizza rolls. The deluxe air fryer requires no preheating, and it's 9 minutes in the air fryer, and they're done.
You know what else you can make in the air fryer?
What's that?
You can hard boil eggs.
Tell them about that. That's the craziest thing ever.
Only way, and I guess you're not hard boiling them anymore because you're not boiling. But I put 10 or a dozen eggs on a tray. I set it for 280 degrees, and approximately, depending on how done you want them, 15 to 17, 18 minutes. You don't have to wait for the water to boil. You don't have to watch that it doesn't boil all over. You don't have a pan to wash from boiling your eggs, but it buzzes, you take them out, put them in ice water for about 5-10 minutes, and you have perfect hard-boiled eggs. And the trick to easy peeling is that ice bath after they're cooked. And you don't want to use extremely fresh eggs, but cooling them in the ice bath helps them to restrict so that you can peel them easier.
Okay, folks, that was worth the price of admission right there. I love it. Love it. Oh my gosh. Can y'all, I wish you had like smell-o-vision, because this is just like smells so good. But how pretty. Let me sit this down here so that I can lift it up. How pretty is that? Look at all those colors. Look at all those flavors. I mean, it makes quite a bit. That's going to be so good to reheat the next day and put all the things on top of it. So I'm going to sit this just kind of over out of the way on top of the stove. We've talked about ways to make life easier. We've talked about ways to cook healthier. We've talked about ways to cut some cost. And I want to very quickly share my screen with you and just tell you about one way that you can do that. And that is to not only cut costs, but to actually bring in some income for you and your family. Take a look at all 4 of these new consultant kits that we currently offer. And what's really, really amazing is during the month of January, these new consultant kits are on sale, either 25%, the bottom two are 25% off, the top two are 50% off. You could literally start a business this month for as little as $20 and get over $260 worth of product in your kitchen, in your hands, and most importantly, position yourself to start earning an income instantly. Now, I'm a little partial to, because of what we've talked about tonight, the one in the lower, if you're looking at it, it would be your lower left-hand side, because that's the air fryer launch bundle. Do you see the air fryer and the rapid prep mandolin in there, along with a whole lot of other tools? It's over $725 worth of product. It's normally a $200 kit, which is an amazing value, not to mention the fact that that now positions you to be able to earn an income. You have a business where you can earn an income, but also you're going to get it for $50 less and be set up. Check out what's at the bottom there. When you sign up to give this business a try in January, you're going to have the opportunity to earn that Rock Crock slow cooker set. So the Rock Crock slow cooker stand with that big Dutch oven Rock Crock, both pieces, and a piece of our brand new Brilliance nonstick cookware. Pretty, pretty neat. Now you may say, okay, but I work a full-time job. I have life. I have kids. We have a team of people that come from all different walks of life, all different seasons of life. Many of our consultants do this alongside of a full-time job. Many of our consultants do this so they can be a stay-at-home mom. Many of our consultants do a myriad of combinations. But the interesting fact is 64% of our new consultants do this alongside of a full-time job or a part-time job, because it's flexible, it's extra income, and it gives you an opportunity to do something really, really special for you and your family. These are just a few pictures. This is some of us at national conferences summer. This was some of us with our feet propped up at our team retreat, which is coming up here in about a month. We're so excited. We're going to a cabin. We're all going to be together and just laugh together and cook together and learn together and just have fun together. A team dinner that we had. But basically, you're in business for yourself, but you're not in business by yourself, because we are a team that works together, that cheers you on, that celebrates with you, because we love seeing you reach the goals that you have for your business. And everybody on this team has different goals. Some of them are looking just to get some fun money. Some of them are looking to pay their mortgage. Some of them are looking to grow personally and to gain some confidence. Some are looking to gain some skills in the kitchen. Fun fact, you don't have to be a good cook. In fact, you don't even have to know how to cook to be a Pampered Chef consultant. Many people start this job so they can learn how to cook. It's pretty cool what happens. We get a chance to earn products. We get a chance to earn an income. And then we get a chance to earn trips on top of it. This year, this calendar year, from January to December, we have the opportunity to work our business and earn a trip either to Boston or to Punta Cana. Which place would you like to travel? Drop in the chat. Who thinks that it would be fun to go to Boston? Who thinks it would be fun to go to like all-inclusive Punta Cana? Would that be pretty incredible? I have just celebrated the 8th trip that I have earned with Pampered Chef. And I can tell you, once you travel with Pampered Chef, you won't want to travel any other way, because they do a really good job of spoiling you and making it pretty special. We got any comments there, Linda? Anybody that would like to go to either of those destinations? You're muted, Linda. Oh, Linda, you're still muted.
I'm sorry, I never know if my dogs are gonna bark. Beth would like to go to Punta Cana along with myself, and Kathleen and Lynette would like to go to Boston.
Ooh, I mean, and here's the cool thing. If you're going, that sounds great, but neither of those destinations really interest me, guess what? You're not just out of luck, because you can just choose to take the cash instead of traveling. So if you earn a trip, guess what? You're going to have something to show for it. It's a pretty cool thing. This statistic blows my mind. How many of you spent at least $27.40 today on something? I mean, in your spending today, even if you ran through the drive-through a couple of times, maybe you ordered something online, maybe you went to the grocery store. Did anybody spend at least $27.40? I did. Okay. All right. Linda, you somehow avoided. Good for
I
you.
stayed home and stayed off any shopping. I was good today.
You were good
I
today.
was good today.
It only takes $27.40 of spending a day to add up to $10,000 a year. Is that sobering to anybody besides me? Because $27.40. We went and watched my daughter play basketball. It cost $10 a piece for each of my husband and I to be admitted into the game. We blew $20 just like that. Okay. We don't think anything about blowing $20-30. That's $10,000. But flip it around, and that means that you only need to make $27.40 a day, and you've earned an extra $10,000 a year. Do you know what the average consultant makes? Average brand new consultant, not seasoned consultant who's been doing this business for almost 11 years like me, okay? The average new consultant makes about $100 on one party. Think about it. That's like almost $25. That's $25 in 4 days, right? One party. If you're wondering, can I do anything significant if I just try this business and only do it just a little bit? Yes, you can. Yes, you absolutely can. So let's play a game of pretend, and just in your imagination, pretend that you were a Pampered Chef consultant, that you said, you know what? Why not? I can start this business for $25 this month. What have I got to lose? Which one of these perks would be your favorite? Drop it in the chat. Linda's going to be watching. Tell us what perk would be your very favorite perk. Is it travel? Is it being a part of a fun family that become family and friends? Maybe it's discounts on your products, because consultants pay full price for nothing. And just so you know, consultants can still host their own party and shop with Host Rewards. It's totally legit. We earn new products every time the season comes out. So just getting so excited because we're like this close to getting
2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks away from
Yeah.
boxes arriving.
Right. For us, now they won't be for sale yet, but that's the cool thing. We get our hands on them first. We get to play with them, and we earned them for free. Maybe it's the flexibility. That was a big one for me. Getting to work when I choose that it works for me and my family, not when somebody tells me I'm scheduled to work and expects me to show up. So tell me, what have we got in the chat? What would be your favorite perk if you just decided to see what could happen with this business?
Kathleen says more money to help support her goals and more time outside the house.
I love it. See, I sometimes people are looking to be able to stay home, and sometimes people are looking for a reason to interact with other people outside of their home. Love that. What else?
That's the only comment so far. I'd have to say a combination of the more money for my goals and with the flexibility. That kind of goes hand in hand for me. Who else? Beth, just an area of growth. And that's huge.
What was best? I'm sorry, I missed it.
An area of growth for her.
Love it. Yes. Yes. I've watched this business do so many cool things for people. I mean, to stretch us. And, that's one of the cool things about our team is, yes, we do trainings all of the time on, how to do a party, how to work on, your sales, how to, all of the business things that you might think we do training on, how the technology that, which our website is so intuitive and user friendly. I mean, really anybody could do it, but we do trainings on all sorts of those things, but we also do trainings on how do you set a goal? How do you reach a goal? How do you create a budget? How do you do your taxes?
Wait a minute, Lynette. Thanks for joining Shannon. She has to go pick her kiddos up. Thanks for joining.
Yes, Shannon, so glad that you were here. So many things that we work on just as being better human beings amongst our team. We love that. Any other comments that we missed? All right, then at this point, I just want to open it up for questions. And yes, the tougher the better. If you are here tonight and you're wondering, well, I've always wondered, how does this work? Or, do they really get paid in cash, or do they just get free products? Or when do they get paid? Or how do they get paid? Or do you have to, there's nothing off limits. You're here tonight and we're here tonight. Is there anything that you might be curious about? Or if you are part of our team, maybe tell us something that you were curious about when you were first deciding whether to be a paper check consultant.
I think for me, when I first started, or actually before I started, was wondering whether or not I could do it.
That is such a common question. And the answer was?
Yes.
Yes, you can. Because like we said, you're not in business just by yourself, right?
Right.
You work for yourself, but you're not in business by yourself. What else? Was there something else that any of you were curious about or are curious about? Because maybe somebody watching this recording. Go ahead, Beth.
I was worried about just creating everything for virtual parties and such. That was a real kind of nervous point for me because I've grown up with the products. I knew I loved the products. The new products out were amazing. I knew that I could talk about them all day, but if I couldn't show people things, so that's what I had been curious about, but they have amazing marketing pieces and videos and flyers and posts that you can choose from, anything you'd like, and build a virtual party if that's what you do, or if you choose to do live parties, you've got flyers to print out. They set you up for success.
That's a common question. And you are so right. I was talking to a person who worked for another direct sales company, and they were telling me, this was years ago, okay? But they were telling me, well, we have to kind of come up with our own monthly specials and then, create the marketing to go with it. And I thought, wow, we are so spoiled. We don't come up with any of that. They do that, which means they also pay for it, which means they also give us the marketing tools to make it. I mean, you're absolutely right. It's literally there handed to you to set you up for success. We've got time for one more question. Anybody else have a question that either you're curious about or that you were curious about if you're already a consultant that somebody else might be?
Mine was very much like Kathleen's. I didn't know if I'd be good at doing it. If I could, I knew I could, but if I'd be good at doing it and be able to make an income that I wanted to make. And my goal's still high, but anybody can do it if you want to. And whatever your goal is, we have the tools to reach it. So it's fun.
And it's fun. I mean, there are so many days that I go, I actually get paid to do this. I can't believe it. I get paid to party with other people. It's so fun. I get paid to do something that I love, that I'm passionate about. Life's too short. That's a tremendous blessing. It really, really is. So, Kathleen, did you have something you were going to
No,
add?
I was just gonna say that, because it's not that I can't cook, because I can, and I know how to cook quite a bit of things, few things, but it's like, it's kind of gotten me out of my comfort zone of trying different recipes and then posting about it in my VIP page, or like, hey, even on my regular page, made this for dinner this evening,
It stretched you even in the culinary sense. I love that. I mean, I'll be honest, I had never eaten quinoa until this recipe came out several years ago, and I've made it many, many, many times at live cooking shows and shared it multiple times in virtual parties. That was probably the first time I'd eaten quinoa. So it does. That's such a great point, Kathleen. So I want to leave you with this extra giveaway. If you are watching this either live or if you're watching this recording, we want to not only thank you for taking time to do either of those things, excuse me, but we also want to let you know that if this is something that you've been thinking about, toying with the idea, wondering, could I, what would it be like? And you decide this weekend, anytime through Sunday night, you know what? Just going to see what happens. What have I got to lose? If you choose to go ahead and purchase any of the kits, then we're going to do a drawing from everyone that chooses to do that. In other words, everyone who signs up to give this business a try between now and midnight Sunday night. So the drawing will happen on Monday. If you sign up between now and midnight on Sunday night, you're going to be entered into a drawing, and the winner is going to get basically a $25 kit. We're not going to say, I mean, you will have already chosen your kit. You can choose whichever kit you want, okay? And as soon as you have your very first call, just to welcome you with whoever offered this business to you, then you're going to get a Venmo, PayPal, check in the mail, whatever, for $25 to reimburse you for whatever it was that you spent on your kit. And if in the event that you spent and chose the $25 kit, then you're going to get to start for basically free. Because we want to encourage you. So many times we question, we wonder all of the things that have been said tonight. And, I have kids. I have two kids. I have two girls. And they're getting older now. But both of them have done lots of activities. Both of them have, been involved in all sorts of things. and they've tried new things over time. Not one time has one of them come to me and said, I think I want to try this. And it's something brand new. Have I said, I don't know. I'm not sure that you'd really be very good at that. And if you're a mama, you probably didn't ever do that either. What did we do? We said, I'm there. If you want to do it, we're there. If you want to try this new activity, I'll do everything in my power to get you there and help if it's within my power. Make it happen for you. We do that for our kids because it's like, what have they got to lose? Let them try it. Are they gonna, is everything gonna be, you know, their thing? Is everything gonna be something that they excel at? Is everything gonna be something that they love? Probably not, but how else are they going to find out if they don't try? But we don't do that same thing for ourselves as women or as men. We say, and I don't know if I'd be very good at that. I don't know if I should try that. I'm not sure. What have you got to lose? The only thing that you have to lose is the question of, what would this be like? And the only way to answer that question is to dive in and do it. And then you'll either know, no, that wasn't a great fit for me, but guess what? I only spent 25 bucks or 50 bucks or even 150 bucks. And I made it back doing that first party or two. And then I realized, you know what? Oh, but I also earned like free extra products and all these things magically appeared at my door. So I made some money, more than paid for my kit. And I've got these extra products in my kitchen that I get to keep. But no, I'm not sure that this is a good fit for me. And you've got the best gift of all. Now you know, right? But if you don't, then you're always going to be wondering, wonder what that would have been like. Wonder if I could have done that. Wonder if that might have been a good thing. I don't like what ifs. And my team hears me say that all the time. I would rather know than to always be wondering what could have been. So we want to thank you for being here with us tonight. Your time has been very valuable. Thank you to our team who took time to be here with you tonight, because you got to hear from them. And as you can see, there's some pretty awesome people that you would be joining one big family with. If you have questions, please reach out to the person that invited you, because they are more than happy to answer any and all of your questions. We're an open book. We want you to do something that would be a blessing to you, and any way that we can help you or serve you. And if that's something that you're not interested in the least, I hope that what you learned tonight will help you in the kitchen and will serve you and your family in a way that will be a blessing. So thank you. Thank you. And if you're watching this on replay, make sure that you reach out to whoever invited you or shared this with you, so that you can get any questions answered about any of these things that you might have. Have a great evening, guys. Good night.